things that get in the way? What causes us to handle these things in an unbiblical manner? And I can quick give you one example where I know I fell short, and my wife and I, regretted this and repented of this, but selling a house, and the person backed out of it, kind of put us in a pickle because we had taken the house off the market, et cetera, et cetera. And so our real estate agent was pushing us, saying, hey, they kind of wronged you. You don't have to give them their deposit back. Our pride kind of set in, and after hearing that ear tickling of, you got wronged, you deserve that, you should get it, we took it. And that's one of my regrets that I always have, because later on, we after things settled down, we kind of said, man, we shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so that was an area where for us, it was pride that got in the way. So what are some of the things you see get in the way, Dale?
I mean, I think pride is probably central. I think the second thing is just a ignorant perspective of the gospel. I think that we've been sold into an understanding of the gospel that is very, very immature and anemic, and you don't really get a full-orbed understanding of the scriptures until you've been in the church for many, many years. And again, I think that this is something that you don't see in the scriptures. I think you should know what you're committing to before you commit. I think Jesus talks about that, and he uses the example in Luke chapter 14 about, hey, who builds a tower without counting the costs? The idea is like, don't start following me unless you count the costs. And I think when you do that, you realize like, whoa, what this really is. And then when things come up, like small issues of conflict, you can deal with them. But if you've committed to Christianity and following Christ under not full understanding of the expectations, then it becomes difficult. And so one thing I would say is that the right thing is usually the hard thing. That's usually my experience. A quote that my mentor says to me often, he says, you can't argue with a humble person. So I just would encourage people in conflict is to be humble. I think it's James, who I have the verse here somewhere. Yeah.